of town where the grickle grass grows, and the wind smells slow and sour when it blows, and no birds ever sing, except in the old crows, is the street of Lorax.
And deep in the grickle grass, some people say, if you look deep enough, you can still see today where the Lorax once stood, just as long as it could, before someone lifted the Lorax away.
What was the Lorax, and why was it there? And why was it lifted and taken somewhere from far out of town where the grickle grass grows? The oncer still lives here.
Ask him. He knows. Dr. Seuss was really good at using his imagery and personification skills to really set the scenes and make all his characters come to life. He also rhymes everyday ordinary words with crazy wacky words he makes up all by himself. He also...
Okay, chill out, Amanda. We're not trying to put them to sleep. What she's trying to say is Dr. Seuss was a real creative guy.
Yes, and many of his stories had deeper hidden meanings, like don't take what you have for granted.
Right, when you have a 98 in math, so you take a nap, but then you wake up from your nap, do a test, and you fail it real bad. And at the end of the day, you got a 32 in that class.
I mean, yeah, there's an example, but I was thinking more about the trees, don't take the trees for granted.
Oh, right, the trees. Don't take the trees for granted. That's exactly what I meant.
Right. Anyways, we're school number 5 here to show you how the Oncer did just that in the Lorax by Dr. Seuss. You won't see the old Oncer. Don't knock on his door. He lives in his lurkum on top of his store. He stays in his lurkum cold under the floor, where he makes his own clothes out of myth-muffered moof. And on special dank midnights in August, he peeks out his shutters, and sometimes he speaks and tells how the Lorax was lifted away. He'll tell you, perhaps, if you're willing to pay.
On the end of a rope, he lets down a tin pail. You have to toss in 15 cents, a nail, and the shell of a great-great-great-grandfather snail.
I'll call you on my whisper-ma-phone, for the secrets I tell you are for your ears alone. Slurp!
Down starts to whisper a phone into your ear, for the old Oncer's whispers are not very clear.
Now, I'll tell you how the Lorax was lifted away. It all started such a long time back. Way, way, way back. Back when the grass was still green, and the ponds were still wet, and the clouds were still clean, and the songs of the swampy swans rang out in space. One morning I came upon this glorious place, and I first saw those trees, those truffula trees, the bright-colored tuft of the truffula trees, mile after mile in the fresh morning breeze. And under the trees I saw brown barbaloots, frisking about in their barbaloot suits as they played in the shade and ate truffula fruits. And from the ripulous ponds came the comfortable sounds of the humming fish humming while splashing around. But those trees, those truffula trees, all my life I've been searching for trees such as these, while the touch of their tuft was softer than silk and they had the sweet smell of fresh butterfly milk. I felt a great leap of joy in my heart. I knew just what I'd do. I unloaded my cart, and in no time at all I built a small shop, and I chopped down one truffula tree with one chop. And with great skillful skill and with great speedy speed, I took the soft tuft and I knitted a thneed. Now, the instant I finished, I heard a gazump. I looked. Something popped out of the stump. It was some sort of man. Describe him, that's hard. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossy, and he spoke with a voice that was sharpish and bossy.
I am the Lorax. I'm down here. Oh. I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees have no tongues, and I'm asking you, sir, at the top of my lungs. What is that thing you made out of my truffula tuft?
Look, Lorax, there's no cause for alarm. I chopped down one tree. I am doing no harm. In fact, I'm being rather quite useful. This thing is a thneed.
Huh?
A thneed. A fine something that all people need. You can use it for a shirt, or a sock, or a glove, or a hat. Oh, but it has more uses. Yes, far beyond that. You can use it for a carpet, or for pillows, or for sheets, or for curtains, or the cover of a bicycle seat.
Sir, you are crazy with greed. There is no one on earth who would buy that full thneed. Wow, only $3.98? Thanks, mister.
Hey, you poor stupid guy. You can never tell what some people may buy.
I repeat, I speak for the trees.
I'm busy. Shut up if you please. People.
Hello? Hello?
Brothers, uncles, aunts, listen here. I have a great big chance for the entire Oncer family to get mighty rich. Come quick. Take the road north niche, left at Weehawken, and sharp right at South Stitch. Then, oh baby, oh, how my business did grow, but chopping down one tree at a time was far too slow. So I quickly invented my super axe hacker, which shot down all 4 truffula trees with one smacker. We were making things 4 times as quick as before, and the Onceler, he didn't show up anymore. But one day I heard a knock on my brand new office door.
I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees, which you seem to be chopping just as fast as you please.
Yeah.
But I'm also in charge of the brown barbaloots, who played in the shade in their barbaloot suits and happily live eating truffula fruits. But now, thanks to you chopping my trees to the ground, why there's not enough truffula fruit to go round. And my poor barbaloots, why they're getting the crummies, because they have gas and no food in their tummies. They love living here, but I can't let them stay. They have to find food, and I hope that they may. Good luck, boys.
Now I, the Onceler, felt bad as I watched them all go, but business is business, and business must grow, regardless of crummies and tummies, you know. I meant no harm, most truly did not, but I had to grow bigger, so bigger I got. I biggered my factory, I biggered my roads. I went right on turning more trees into needs, and I biggered my money, which everyone needs.
Onceler, why you're making such smogulous smoke? My poor swummy swans, why they can't sing a note. No one can sing with a smog in his throat. So I'm sending them off. They may have to fly for a month or a year to escape from the smog you've smogged up around here. And once more, let me say a few words about Gluppity-Glub. Your machinery tugs on day and night without stop making Gluppity-Glub. And more than that, Schlippity-Schlop. And what do you do with this leftover goo? I'll tell you, dirty old monster man you. You're coming to the ponds where the humming fish hum. No more can they hum, for their gills are all gum. So I'm sending them off, and their future is dreary. They'll walk on their fins and get woefully weary in search of some water that isn't so smeary.
Now listen here, Dad. All you do is yap, 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 and say bad, 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 bad. Well, I have my rights, sir, and I intend on doing just what I've been doing. And for your information, you Lorax, I'm biggering, turning more trees into needs, which everyone needs. The last truffula tree of them all. No more trees. No more needs. No more work to be done. Now all that's left beneath the bad-smelling sky was my big empty factory. The Lorax and I. The Lorax said nothing. Just gave me a glance. Just gave me a very sad backwards glance as he lifted himself up by the seat of his pants. And I'll never forget that grim look on his face as he hoisted himself up and took leave of this place through a hole in the smog without leaving a trace. And the one thing that the Lorax left in this mess was one small pile of rocks with one word, unless. Whatever it meant, well, I couldn't guess. Through the years when my factories have fallen apart, I've worried about it with all my heart. But now that you're here, the words of the Lorax seem perfectly clear.
Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not.
So catch!
It's the truffula seed!
It's the last one of them all. You're in charge of the last truffula seed, and truffula trees are what everyone needs. So, plant a new truffula, treat it with care, give it clean water and feed it fresh air, grow a forest, protect it from axes that hack, and maybe the Lorax and his friends will come back. Please stop time.